பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா ரெண்டு பேரும் பேசி வச்சுக்கிட்டு இந்த செட்டிங்லாம் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிட்டு மாற்றி மாற்றி சோஷியல் மீடியாவில் ஹேஷ்டாக் போட்டு விளையாட்டுருக்குறாங்க.
You know what? Vijay made a point which may prove to be the kernel of his political journey, and that being the support of the youth. Let's talk about the change the TVK can bring to Tamil Nadu politics, or maybe can't. Let's now go across to Dr. R.K. Radhakrishnan, senior journalist from Tamil Nadu, who's joined us. Dr. Radhakrishnan, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast, sir. You know, the thing is, in this, in Mamallapuram, in Mahabalipuram, during his first anniversary, he constantly spoke about the fan base that he has. He says, you know, the youth are with us and we have nothing to fear. He said that opposition parties say that only youth are with Vijay. How does it matter? He said, but the youth are very important. Do you think that could be a game changer, Dr. Radhakrishnan?
Absolutely. If the youth stay with Vijay, which anecdotal evidence shows they are, it is impossible for the party to be ignored. You should remember these are people between the age group of 18 and 30. The people who are 18 in 2026 were born in 2007, and the people who are 30 were born in 1996. We have to have this in mind most definitely, because this is the period of flourishing that India did, the economic advancement that India went through. Unlike your generation and mine, they have had no real problems to confront other than those imposed by social media and whatnot. So these people have a peculiar attitude towards life, outlook towards life, which we don't share. But then they seem to have identified with Vijay than with any other political party in Tamil Nadu. And yes, that is going to be a game changer.
But Dr. Radhakrishnan, a lot of experts say that, look at the DMK. They say I have 1.5 crore fan base, but they only got 80 lakh votes. So that also theoretically, or if you look at it from the prism of electoral science, may come a cropper, Doctor.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a claim. The membership of the ADMK is just a claim that the ADMK makes, but I'm very sure that there will be double entries and cross entries and all of that, and a lot of people who have taken membership of the ADMK might also be members of other political parties. There is no rule, there is no punishment if you are a member of multiple political parties. So I think this 1.5 crore is something that we have heard from the time of Jayalalitha, and it has never been proved and never been actually established. But in the case of Vijay, it is very clear that across political parties, he has an appeal. But will that appeal turn into votes? We wouldn't know. If he had contested in Erode East, or if his party had contested the Erode East by-election, we would have known what the kind of strength that TVK will be able to pull through. But for now, what we know is this, that people want a change and people are looking forward to a change. But that change, they do not think will come from the ADMK or from the BJP. And that is why Vijay has so much traction across Tamil Nadu.
But if you look at it, Dr. Radhakrishnan, apart from the part that, he is fresh, he's a very, very popular actor, he may have the youth base. But if you look at his ideology so far in these 2 years, let's say, we've been talking about it, it's pretty much, can be exchanged with the Dravidian parties. He talks about all that we've heard. There is nothing new to it, except, the comeback of Kamarajar, which is very fresh, at least for me, because a great leader, but I wonder if the youth even know who he was and about his role in Indian politics, not just Tamil politics. But apart from that, if you see ideologically, he's for women's power, he's for equality, he says I'm against sectarianism, he says I'm against fascism, obviously meaning the BJP, he's against dynastic politics, obviously against the DMK. What is that one thing that he's talking about which will make the youth vote for him, Dr. Radhakrishnan?
Ideologically, of course, it's an avial. The TVK Vijay is an avial. Absolutely correct on that point. But then what we have to see is that people generally want change. And that is one thing that we see in Tamil Nadu. And they see that whatever Vijay has done in the movies, where he has been the do-gooder all over the place, and he has fought enemies and defeated each one of them, that seems to have had traction off-screen as well. Because we have seen from the time of MGR, there has been traction for all actors, including Jayalalitha and the others, off-screen as well. Their on-screen persona reflects in what they achieve off-screen. That is one thing. The other thing, obviously, is that the kind of noise that he makes, whether it is the first conference which we had in Vikramandi or now, where he is actually taking on both the political majors, that is the ruling party in Delhi
Right.
and the ruling party in Chennai. It
Right.
is very clear that he is not afraid to take on the rulers
Yeah, but
of
that,
both the
you
state
know,
and
that,
center, and that's it.
Dr. Radhakrishnan, before I let you go, the last question, all that may be true, sir, but you know, the time when actors could be, chief ministers is pretty much gone. Look at Kamala Hassan. He's proved to be the biggest turncoat ever. You know, now he's, thanks to DMK, you know, he's climbing on their shoulders and getting to Delhi. You know, this distrust for, because you see, actors always have an alternative profession. I mean, I'm not saying Vijay or the late Vijay. They can always go back and say, I'm going to play an hero here or whatever, villain, whatever it is. The point is that, don't you think that Tamil Nadu has changed, sir, from the time when MGR took over, or even Jayalalitha, or even Vijayakant, who made a mark, or several other actors. In this case, it seems to be that he's got to fight harder.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right in your assessment that Tamil Nadu has changed. But what Vijay has done over the past 4 or 5 years is that, see, just to go back a bit, Vijay had problems releasing a movie when Jayalalitha was chief minister. He kind of understood then that it is not enough to just have a Rasigar Mandram, which is a fan base. That fan base has to also stand up for something and stand for something. That is where he kind of slowly nudged this fan base into becoming this Narpari Mandrangal. I mean, though the name was Narpari Mandrangal, that is welfare associations, it was never really a welfare association. But for the past 4 or 5 years, we've seen he has completely moved his party, his entire fan base to become welfare association. So he has created that base where he is seen as a do-gooder in the small districts, small villages, small towns and whatnot, up to the big towns. So that is a transformation that Vijay has achieved in the 4 or 5 years, which will stand him in good stead.